The San Francisco 49ers and the St. Louis Rams played to a tie a couple of weeks ago, the first tie we've seen in the NFL in nearly 5 years. They'll get a chance to settle it on the field on Sunday in St. Louis. The visiting 49ers are currently installed as a 7-point favorite in this game on BETDAQ. The total had not yet been released at the time of this recording. The Niners are coming off a very impressive road win last week in New Orleans. They now sit at 8-2-1 on the year, all alone in first in the NFC West. They trail only Atlanta in the race for home field advantage in the NFC. Now, the Rams won themselves last week. They picked up a road win in Arizona. Rams now 4-6-1 on the year. That might not sound too impressive, but considering what this team was last season when they only won 2 games all year, I think Jeff Fisher deserves a lot of credit for what he's done in his first year as coach in St. Louis. The Rams have really been competitive in every game they've played this season, with the exception of that game overseas in Wembley Stadium when they were just stomped by the New England Patriots. Aside from that game, St. Louis has consistently exceeded expectations this year. They've been especially good in spots like this, home underdogs. The Rams have won 3 times already this season outright as home underdogs. I'm not saying they'll win this game outright on Sunday, but 7 points feels like a lot to me in this situation. These two teams both play similar styles of football. They like to rely on their defense, and they're sort of conservative on offense. They like to rely on the running game. Now, San Francisco does a lot better job of playing that kind of football. They are first in the NFL in points per game allowed. They're only allowing 14 points per game, second in the league in rushing offense. But all the talk surrounding San Francisco these last couple of weeks has not been about the defense. It has not been about the running game. It has been about the quarterback position. Colin Kaepernick will be making the start again this week in St. Louis. Kaepernick has played the last couple of games against Chicago and New Orleans. He's looked very impressive in both games. The Niners offense has shown signs of explosiveness that they were not showing with Alex Smith under center. However, Kaepernick is a young guy, extremely inexperienced, and I know his first game as a starter a couple of weeks ago against the Bears. Certainly the Bears have an excellent defense. His first game as a starter on the road last week against the Saints. The Saints do not have a good defense. The Saints have the worst defense in the NFL this season. This week, he'll be going up against a good defense on the road. We know generally for rookies, and I know Kaepernick's not a rookie, but he's so inexperienced he might as well be a rookie. Generally for young, experienced quarterbacks, going up against a good defense on the road is problematic. And the Rams, make no mistake about it, they might not be as good as San Francisco on defense. They do have a good defense, particularly in the secondary. Their rookie cornerback, Janoris Jenkins, was named NFC Player of the Week this past week. And he's not even the best cornerback in the secondary. That would, of course, be Cortland Finnegan. We mentioned the Niners like to run the ball. The Rams are also good against the run. So I look for a low-scoring game here. Again, the total has not yet been released on BETDAQ, but I have a feeling I'm going to lean towards the under. And I lean towards St. Louis in the points here. You know, the Rams, they've been very good against division opponents recently. They're 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games against NFC West opponents. And the 49ers, it's hard to poke a whole lot of holes in this team over the last couple of years because they've been so good by and large over the last couple of years. But if they do have a fault, it might be that they tend to play down to the level of their competition a little bit. The Niners are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games versus teams with losing records. Conversely, the Rams, they play well against good teams. The Rams are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games versus teams with winning records. Their one loss in those 6 games was that game against the New England Patriots that we talked about in Wembley Stadium when they were blown out. So a lot of trends point towards St. Louis here. They've been good against division opponents recently. They've been good against winning teams recently. The Niners have not been good against losing teams. The Niners going with a young, inexperienced quarterback on the road against a good defense, laying a touchdown. I think it's too many points. Niners will probably win this game. I think my money line bet, remember, we do our money line experiment now where I place a $100 money line bet on every game every week. I do think my money line bet in this game will be placed on San Francisco, but I think I like the St. Louis Rams plus 7 points on Sunday.